Grandma and Unni were inside the puja room. Unni garlanded the pictures of the gods in the puja room. There was a picture of Rama and Lakshmana wielding bows and arrows. Goddess Sita was to the left of Rama. At his feet was Hanuman, looking at Rama with great love and devotion. Grandmother gazed at the freshly garlanded picture for a long time. Her eyes filled with tears of devotion. She said, "Let's continue, Unni." As he lay on the floor, begging Kaikeyi to show mercy, Dasharatha was like a man who had lost his senses. He kept calling out in great anguish, "Rama, Rama, my son, Rama, Rama." It was then that Sumantra came in to see the king. The chief minister was shocked to see Dasharatha lying on the ground, looking so miserable. He asked Kaikeyi, who was standing very coolly beside the king, "O queen, why is the king so distraught? Please tell me what happened."
How terrible, Grandma! Mother Kaikeyi used to love Rama even more than Bharatha. Now she has become his enemy.
This is worldly love, Unni. Kaikeyi loved Dasharatha only for her own pleasure and comfort. Only God loves us truly. Queen Kaikeyi said, "The king could not sleep last night. He was constantly thinking of Rama and chanting his name. He is distraught and upset because of Rama. If Rama comes to him, all his worries will disappear. Therefore, please summon Rama to his father's presence at once." Sumantra awaited the command from the king, who said, "Bring my beautiful prince to my side. I want to see him now." Sumantra went to Rama and informed him of the king's sorry state. Rama went at once to the palace with Lakshmana. The sight that greeted the princess was heartbreaking. Dasharatha was lying on the floor. At the sight of Rama, he stretched out his hands to his son and called out, "Rama, Rama," and lost consciousness. Rama knelt down and cradled his father's head in his lap. Some of the palace women, suspecting that something was wrong, came running behind the princess. When they saw the king on the floor, they started wailing loudly. Hearing their cries, Guru Vasishta came to the scene. Rama asked, "Why is my father so upset? Can anyone tell me?" It was Kaikeyi who spoke. "Long ago, your father promised me 2 boons. He is upset because he does not know how to communicate this to you. You must see to it that the king does not go back on his word." "Oh, is that all?" asked Sri Rama, looking relieved. "I shall obey any of my father's commands. Don't you know that as his son, I am duty bound to honor his word, come what may? Oh, mother, tell me, what do you want me to do? Whatever it is, I give you my word that I shall obey you." Without any hesitation, Kaikeyi told him, "I have demanded 2 boons from your father. First, that my son Bharatha be crowned king with the same sacred materials that have been prepared for your coronation. Second, that you must go and live in the forest as an ascetic for 14 years. Hearing this, Sri Rama asked his father, "Oh father, why did you hesitate to tell me any of this? Let Bharatha be crowned king. He is capable of ruling the kingdom well. I shall set off for the forest this very moment. Oh father, do not grieve anymore." Dasharatha said, "My son, I cannot live without you, not even for a single moment. capture me, throw me into the dungeons. You must become the king. No harm will come to you. Rama said, Why do you grieve? I have the strength to give up the kingdom and to live a hermit's life in the forest for 14 years. I shall go and seek the blessings of Mother Kausalya and inform Sita. I shall set out at once for the forest. When Sri Rama entered Kausalya's palace, he saw his mother seated in the puja room, meditating. Sumitra gently touched Kausalya and she woke up from her deep meditation. She saw Rama and came to greet him and kissed him on his forehead. Why is your face so pale, Rama? Are you hungry? Come, let me serve you food. His mother's affection made Rama sad. Controlling his emotions, he told her, No, mother, I have no time to eat with you now. I am going to live in the forest for 14 long years. My father has granted 2 boons to Mother Kaikeyi, that he would crown Bharatha king and exile me to the forest for 14 years. I must leave for the forest at once to honor my father's words. You must not worry about me. As Rama finished speaking, Kausalya fell unconscious to the ground. A word given must be honored. Sri Rama shows us how to face the misfortunes of life calmly. Only unshakable faith in God will help us make the right decisions without faltering. The love that parents have towards their children is immeasurable. Still, when he left for the forest, Sri Rama was honoring his father's words, promises that he had given to Kaikeyi during a war in which she had saved the king's life.
Amma says grace will flow into us when we respect and obey our elders and teachers.
Yes, Unni. Amma says that little drops of grace will collect and flow as a mighty river. Grace will make our life complete and meaningful. We will become successful in all our efforts.
Om lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu.